It's Monday morning. It's 10 after 5. I was busy all night until about 3. And I mean real busy. Like, the customer wouldn't be out of the car and I'd already get another trip. One after another, after another, after another. They had a celebration for British Columbia Day. They had the thing called the Symphony Splash. There was a symphony orchestra playing on the Inner Harbor, and there was fireworks, and that's exactly the kind of thing that I avoid as much as possible. I was busy. I worked hard. Then in the morning hours, it slowed down around 3 o'clock. Now it's 5. I went to sleep twice already. And I just want to watch some more videos. Maybe do a couple more calls. They tried to send me all the way down to James Bay now. I didn't want to go. I don't like going down there. Traffic lights are too close together. Streets are too narrow. You gotta stop too often. I wasn't having any of it. They can send somebody else for calls like that. Yeah, I'm tired. I don't know what else. I don't have much else to say right now. Just, yeah. Another morning. The time is about 6:25 a.m. I'm on my way home from work. As you can see over my shoulder, there's the work. And now I'm going home. Had another busy night. I did about $360. It was busy. It was one right after another, up until about, I don't know, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Yeah, and around that time I had one that went pretty far out the peninsula, out near the Prairie Inn, so that was good. Then it got a little quiet for a while between 2 and 4. And then after about 4, it started picking up again, and yep, ended up with about $360. That's great. I'm tired. You can probably guess that by now. I'm tired. Tired of working hard. Now I gotta walk home. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm walking home. And I'm gonna walk to the chiropractor's to have my lower back stretched. You know, it's a funny thing. You can just feel when you need it. And I can feel right now that I need it. You know, last night I almost hit a rabbit. This rabbit ran out, but before the wheel caught it, it decided to turn around and go back. Smart bunny. Which reminds me, there are no bunnies here. Bunnies don't sit here anymore. They used to be all up and down this street. Used to see them on these front lawns all the time. Now I don't see anymore. Did I mention it already that I think people walking their dogs chase them away? I like rabbits. Every time I see one, I like it. What else? Yeah, I'm puffing up this hill. I was too busy to watch much YouTube, but I watched some. And every time I'd get on a video that was more than about 5 minutes, I'd fall asleep. What else is new? yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with some more of the same stuff. The time is now 5:22 on, what day is this? Wednesday morning, the end of the Tuesday night. I got 260 on right now. And it was pretty busy before about 1 o'clock, and then it slowed right down, and then it got to the point where I was sleeping, and I got a call that woke me up, and I was on the verge of falling back asleep to go get this customer. And then I picked her up, and on the way to her destination, I found myself drifting off into sleep several times while driving. But I was able to catch myself and make it to her destination. Then, as soon as I dropped her off, I sort of went to the other end of the parking lot and fell asleep. And I fell asleep and slept so hard that I got a call on this thing. And I did not wake up. I slept right through the call. Then what woke me up was the phone. Somebody was phoning me. It was a friend of mine. And he was surprised to see me in what part of town I was in. Because when you are in the same zone as another car, you can tell what other cars are in the same zone. So he called me to find out where I was hiding, and I told him where I was. So he came by, and I said, "Oh, it looks like I missed a trip." And he says, "Oh? Yeah, it says timed out. Trip timed out automatically." And I guess I had been there for maybe 15 minutes at that time. So now I'm, I guess, limping to the car wash. Yeah, I think I'll just limp to the car wash and call it a night. What woke me up, well, I was awake already, but I got another call. It was just a short one. It's taking this guy to the supermarket where he works. Doing construction here. Building a building. Yeah, a lot of buildings around here. A lot of buildings, because everyone wants to live here. Why, I don't know. It's one of the most messed up cities you can imagine. Yeah, I'm pretty much done. I am done. I'll be back tomorrow. I have had no trouble with anyone. It was a more relaxed night than the Sunday or the Monday. It was a Tuesday after all, and it was just after the long weekend. See, the days get shorter too. Wow, this is a rough road. I'll be back tomorrow. It's Thursday morning. It's 6:23. I have been asleep most of the morning. In fact, it's been a slow night. Very slow night. I came to work, and the first few hours I was doing one trip an hour. It was really quiet. One trip an hour. So I did my trip an hour, and it got a little busier after 10 o'clock. I was doing maybe 2 trips an hour until about 2 o'clock. Then I got tired and I fell asleep. I think it was 2 o'clock. Yeah, I fell asleep just after 2. My next trip, I cleared at 2:23, and my next trip was at 3:50. Cleared at 3:58. And then after that, between 4 and 6, I had nothing. No business at all between 4 and 6 in the morning, which is strange. And then at 6 a.m., I was sleeping in a parking lot, and I was awakened by this call. And I went and did the call. It was a 6:15 time call, and it was a good fare. And it put me to the point where I have $210 on. The lease was $100. So I didn't make $100 for myself. Well, I don't think I went all that far either. I went a grand total of 130 kilometers. It might cost me about $12 to fill up. And I gotta hit the car wash just to make it look like the car was washed. Just spray it with some water. Or maybe I won't even do that. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do that. If there's a lineup at the car wash, well, then I won't wash. Yeah, I didn't have any trouble from anyone. It was very relaxed. All the customers were okay. One guy was kind of drunk, but he was a regular customer. I'd seen him many times before. Took him home. I knew where to go. I didn't even have to be told. I knew where to go. One more night to go. It's 5:20 in the morning. Actually 5:50. And I'm on my way to my last call. It was deadly slow tonight. I cleared from my last trip at 2:22. And I fell asleep. I didn't receive another call. About 10 minutes ago, I woke up and realized that I hadn't had a call in, well, 3 hours. Somewhere in those 3 hours, I woke up and touched the panel here. It must have just kicked me off before I got back on. And now I got my last call of the morning, and it's usually a pretty good one. It's between $15 and $20. I got a grand total of $162 on after being out here all night. So I'm paying for the good nights I had on Sunday night and Monday night, it being the tail end of a busy long weekend, and now the first week of August, or just after the first week of August, really after that successful weekend sucked. And it had done so in previous years. In fact, in previous years, I would take this week off because it was so slow. But that was when I worked like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I would miss the Sunday and Monday, which were really good. So I guess it would turn out to be a slightly below average week. But, you know, I made the money early in the week, and towards the end, there's nothing left. So it goes. Well, I'm almost at my destination where I'm supposed to pick up a customer, so hope yours is better than mine. Turns out that at that last call there was nobody there. Usually she comes right out of the lobby. She wasn't there. I phoned twice, there was no answer, and I think I was scooped by one of our guys who went off the air first and then grabbed her, because it was such a slow night that I wouldn't put it past some of these guys to go off the air and scoop the call. Yeah, maybe yours is better than mine.